Hello everyone, it's Shadefyre here, and welcome to, I guess, part 2 of Alien's Fireteam Elite, where we are going to do the last level of the first campaign, or first chapter, whatever you want to call it. The game calls them campaigns, but that doesn't really make sense if they are consecutive. Then again, I guess the campaigns in Left 4 Dead were consecutive as well. But yeah, we're going to do that last level, and then keep it kind of short here. So, I'm going to play as Gunner this time, or I guess Demolisher is the class name, the heavy weapons guy, and I'm using the M41A3 burst rifle instead of the 41A2. Supposedly this does a bunch more weak point damage, but it actually does less damage per bullet than the regular pulse rifle. So we're going to see how that works out, but let's pop up the mission thing. Also, one thing I didn't show off in the first impressions, or I guess the first part, is how the perk system works, because I only saw this after doing the first 2 missions. So you have this grid here, and you actually, like, slot in, you know, these upgrade modifiers, which increase your combat rating, and as it says in kind of the difficulty selection, the recommended combat rating is 150 for normal, and actually 500 for the next difficulty up. I was going to do the next difficulty up until I saw that. Alright, so stability and magazine capacity of close-quarter weapons, or reload speed and range of rifles. Well, those are gunner perks. We are Demolisher. Which I guess we can't equip because we have not leveled up Demolisher yet. So can I equip these? I guess you can. They're shared still. And then you have these modifiers, which will affect the abilities. But yeah, looks like we can't equip much, but I thought that was a neat little system. I wasn't expecting that. So let's get in here. Also, is my combat rating actually 0? No, it says 203. Alright, so we have to get Hoenikker off of the station. I also don't know if I queue if I'm the host or if there are servers. It's not clear.
Well, we found Hoenikker. Now we've got to get him safely back to the Endeavor. Lieutenant Ko will bring our dropship into one of the refinery hangars. Escort Hoenikker down to us for pickup. His safety's on you.
I'm not really sure how this works, if you can have 3 challenge cards, or if it just picks 1, or what. Like, it would make sense to me if you each pick 1, and then you can vote on them to have which one's active, because it seems like something you could screw people over with. But, yeah, it looks like they all have played more than I have, so they should be alright. Oh, I have to ready up. My bad.
We'll be alongside the refinery in 2 minutes. Magnetize your boots until you're in their airlock.
Yeah, so it looked like it only picked 1 of them, so you can't have 3 active at once. Which would make the game very hard, but also give you a lot of bonuses. And as I learned, there is no voice chat, no text chat. This is one of those games where the devs have decided that it's better to just force people to use Discord, which, you know, is fine if you're playing with friends, but doesn't really help much when you're playing with matchmaking randoms. So the fact that there's no voice lines... Oh, look, there's Hoenikker.
Doc, take a sidearm. Fireteam, Hoenikker don't have an EVA suit.
And he is filthy.
Get to our dropship in one piece.
Alright, well. I'm gonna look over here. I think this is where we came from at the end of the last mission.
The bottom is filled with water. Not a good sign.
But yeah, this is definitely the problem with playing with randoms, is they just sprint ahead, because they've already played the level. Also, that animation is awful. The switching from the regular gun to the smart gun looks terrible. How it just, like, floats into your hands before you actually grab it.
I can't aim for shit, but I could shoot.
That's actually a point that comes up in the novel as well. It's the first time he fires a gun, and he's not very good at it.
Coming in.
More of them! From the sides!
Alright, it looks like the smart gun still does have a soft lock on. But only when you get close to them with your reticle.
Junction's clear. Direct route's blocked. I got no connection to those compartments. We'll bypass below decks.
And, like, I don't think there's anything down here. I think these are just spawn corridors. No. Is that something? No, it's just a light. There is a door here, though.
8 flights. Subdeck 3A.
But yeah, I'm curious if the crates are a random spawn, or if they are always in the same spots. Or if there's just, like, a selection of spawn points they have. Also curious if facehuggers are in this. If that would be like an instant down.
Hijo de puta, the Corlicks flooded the whole bottom of the station. Right. Bypass Mark 1, Mod 1, head through waste processing.
Oh, so the sewer level. So I wonder if we're going to actually see any of the synthetics
Water
or
shouldn't be toxic, but I wouldn't be so
working Joes in this level. Or if that's for later in the campaign.
Watch the vents!
Actually, the rifle would be better for this because I think their heads are their weak points.
Bath time's over. Get on out.
I mean, it's nice to have a class that can actually just use the smart gun as their standard weapon, instead of it being like a limited use, you know, power weapon that shows up. Because I didn't really get much use out of it in my AVP2 playthrough. No crates over here either. Trying to sniff them out naturally. Nothing over here. And that's the doctor's healing station. Apparently those work by you have to refill them with medkits, which seems like a bad implementation.
No power to the door. Hit the backup generator, far into the room.
Oh. I think that was Hoennikker's pistol going sput, sput, sput. I like how it says prepare for battle when we were in the middle of a fight. Oops. That's my knockback ability. Yeah, so I guess I don't have a team buff as the gunner. I just have a rocket and a knockback.
You hear that? They're coming. Let's rock!
Yeah, so it looks like this can one-shot them if you hit them in the right spot.
Arskers, inbound!
I didn't notice it before, but the runners actually do have that rusty coloration from Alien 3.
I see more! Left side!
See, like, that's pretty satisfying. Splattering a whole corridor with the smart gun.
Right hand, catwalk.
Oh, burster. Boy, there are a lot of them in this room.
I got you.
Thanks, Doc.
Door's got power, but they're locked down. Esther?
A 16 million digit cipher. Perhaps check the logs of the maintenance synthetics?
That sounds like they're going to attack us. You always know a busted up Joe.
I have the code for you.
I don't know what that ping is. Oops. Didn't mean to hit that. So I can see why you can hip fire, since it automatically kind of zooms when you aim. Though it might also just be a stronger zoom because of the type of rifle this is. So that drone is going to pop out of one of these vents again. Somewhere. That was the wrong ability. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Yeah, so I imagine the ammo for the pulse rifle, or the big gun, the smart gun, does kind of burn through pretty quick in a big fight. So it's not particularly overpowered. For a second there, Hoenikker just staring at me like, oh, what you shooting at? As I'm shooting over his head.
Incoming there.
I don't suppose there's an ammo box in here.
Spinner!
I'm out of almost everything. I guess I've always got the pistol.
Shore party, this is your pickup. Beginning dropship approach to the refinery.
Okay, that actually does pretty high damage. That was
No
taking big
response
chunks
from
out of his health bar.
Delta's ALS. Diverting to Epsilon.
Get it done. That door.
Another swarm rolling on your position.
There's a good classic Xenomorph sound. Oh yeah, definitely need that. Use my ammo to clear the way to the ammo box. So the spitters in this are a fair bit tougher than the boilers in Colonial Marines,
Keep moving, Fireteam.
which looked more like the exploders in this game.
Rearm me.
I thought they were getting closer. See, I'm like still trying to find crates at the same time.
Door hits locked down. There's more working Joes, though.
I would be pleased to assist. No. Is there another?
I wish there was an easy way to tell which doors you can open or not.
There we are. Sending you the door code.
Running a bypass. Port station ready.
Gotta suck up this healing juice while it's on offer. But yeah, it like doesn't passively recharge or anything at all, from what I understand. So you have to refill it, otherwise it's useless. Which means if your teammates keep taking all the medkits instead of letting you fill your thing, then you can't heal them. Which makes it kind of pointless to play Doc with randoms.
Shore party, we are down in Hangar Epsilon. Standing by for pickup.
I am looking forward, though, to getting out of this tile set, because I assume that Pala Station,
Stretch, Fireteam.
or whatever's next, is not going to look the same as Katanga.
So, we're safe.
I hear like a faint growling from behind.
Hold that thought, Doc.
I'm still hearing it from behind us.
Is that all of them?
That a company ship? What the fuck happened here?
Wayland Yutani synths brought local animals up to, replenish the hive. Then eggs back down for experiments.
Yeah, so these are the combat synthetics
Xenos?
that you're going to have to fight later on. And those must be the egg cases.
I have no link to Pryfly. I can't run the launch sequence by remote.
These must be local wildlife. on the planet.
Shore party, you'll prep the hangar.
Looking around, seeing nothing. But yeah, I'm glad that you can actually escape from grabs by yourself. So if you are left behind like this,
8 kids here.
you're not just dead if you get pounced. Though it seems like the specials don't spawn that frequently. But again, that's probably a difficulty thing.
Ready. Sentry deployed.
Come on, there's got to be something around here. Okay, this looks like something I have to activate later.
Start depressurization when you're ready.
Grabbing ammo.
That.
When you hit that, every Xeno in the vents will pour out. Doc, you boarding?
Damn it.
No. No, I want to help. Out here.
Alright, here we go. It's a big room. This'll take time.
Right on time. Here come the bugs.
I hope it can shoot through that railing.
Keep them off us, or fly yourself home.
It can. Okay, good. Yeah, for an exploding enemy, those guys are really durable.
Attention on right flank. Sentry deployed. Incoming, left flank.
I mean, they don't seem very dangerous here, but, like, open rooms are not exactly the Xenomorphs' forte. They're better at flanking than they are rushing a position.
Shore party, pressurize the hydraulics for the bay doors.
I know where that is.
Controls are below the landing deck. Door hydraulics prime. Continue with launch sequence.
Incoming target.
Shore party, deactivate the safety interlocks on the bay doors. Controls are in the landing signal officer's station, left side. Safety interlocks disengaged, resuming cycle.
Fireteam, more Xenos inbound. Now the real fun starts. We got multiple warriors.
Well, that's not great. Though they definitely didn't make scary monster roars in Aliens, the Warriors. They didn't really sound much different from the regular Xenos. The drones. Seems like he's got armor. I got a refill too.
Shore party, I need you up in prime flight. Get to the air boss's console and clear for final depressurization.
Okay, there's a smart gun you don't actually have to aim. You can hip fire and it'll still lock on. Which is good, because that means you don't always have to be so limited in your FOV.
We can't leave without final depressurization. Mount up, Fireteam, double time.
So I guess warriors can grab you as well. Oh boy. Please jump over the ledge.
Hangar clear, prep for burn.
Okay.
Shore party, get the civvy strapped
Almost
in,
got
and you
them
tell him
overrun there
if
by
he
getting
pukes in
stuck.
my ship, he cleans it.
I guess nobody got down. I almost did. And it looks like we got a new flamethrower. Definitely going to try that out. Though I wonder what happens if you level these up, if it's like a Call of Duty thing where you unlock new mods. Alright, well, GG, folks. I can't actually say that in-game in any fashion, so just have to say it here. There's no rock and stone. But hey, maybe there's a GG emote in the store somewhere. I do hope that they aren't just working on content, though, that they work on some of that quality of life stuff as well. That's right, I just kicked myself from the lobby. That way I don't have to feel bad about kicking anybody. I don't feel bad about kicking people, though, in T-Proc. I mean, I don't really kick them, I just close the lobby after we finish a mission. You know, say GG, and then people are probably going to go off and do different missions than you, so might as well let them. Instead of, like, waiting around going, is he going to join? Is he going to stay? Alright, so it's a cool-looking new flamethrower. There's got to be that good, like, ignite sound at the start, you know, when the fuel ignites. And this definitely has that. It sounds way better than the guns, actually. I love that you can just fire off whatever inside the bay. There's no, like, firing range. Alright, so I'm gonna talk to him.
How much like what Hoenikker had to say. Waylon, you tiny ran Katanga like a fucking ant farm. Used androids to bring up animals from the moon, left them on the refinery for the Xenos, took the eggs back down to the lab. There's a queen aboard Katanga, laying those eggs. SOP says, poof, that's when you pull out and file an insurance claim. We'll deal with Katanga later. Right now, Colonel Ship wants us down on LV-895. Hoenikker says some Wayland Yutani people disappeared before his group evac. Could be there's other survivors looking for rescue. You could get the details on the surface conditions from Lieutenant Ko. She'll be flying you and Herrera down.
Alright, so that sounds cool, going down to the planet. Hopefully it lets you actually check out the surface and you don't just go straight to the facility. Alright, and it looks like I unlocked a new mod as well. So, what else do we got here? I guess I got a new... No, I just got a new mod. Or a new decal, Elevator to Hell. And a new perk modifier. Increases the duration of an ability by 18%. That would be, yeah, not compatible because none of my abilities have a duration. They're instant cast. Recharge speed of an ability. That actually sounds more useful. So, yeah, you can pop this down here, and now my abilities will recharge faster. 20% faster? Yeah. Which sounds pretty good, because those are abilities that you do want available, you know, whenever something big pops up. So I got a small muzzle and a medium muzzle, and it sounds like that's how they differentiate what can be equipped to what, is mod plus size of mod.
There's
There's an airlock right over there. Step outside and tell me what the weather's like.
Wow. When you get sent to your lieutenant to get briefed and she tells you to fuck off, basically.
Our landing zone's a couple of clicks from Pala Station, at the base of the mountains to the west. You won't need any special gear. The environment is close enough to Earth. There's native life, but you probably won't have to worry about it. The Xenos that Hoenekker's idiot employers let loose are a bigger threat.
So that sounds good. We're going to walk across the planet. It's like a hostile jungle world full of weird life forms.
Pala's the source of the Xeno outbreak. I had enough bugs on my canopy in Katanga's hangar, thanks. Can't believe Herrera wouldn't let me fire missiles. You'd have ducked. Esther says there's tunnels in the mountains near our LZ. Colonel Ship thinks it's the direction any survivors would run, and the commissars agree with her.
So throughout the novel, they mention that the facility is actually bigger than everyone thinks it is, implying that there was like a secret underground part of it that no one else knew about. And I assume that's where we're going to end up, where the Prometheus goop comes from.
Well, around Pala Station, the air's about Earth normal. Pressure 908 millibars. Little heavier on CO2. No obvious toxins or allergens. Take the regulation antihistamines anyway. If you end up climbing a mountain, you'll have a problem. Low-lying areas have thick atmo, but it attenuates fast. A lot like Mars after we terraformed it. Gravity is 0.92. That's odd. But it means you won't notice any difference from shipboard artificial grav. The diameter of LV-895 is just under 9,000 clicks, 3/4 the size of Earth. That's small, but 92% Earth's gravity doesn't add up. To get that gravity, the moon would need to be made of something stupid, like 50% iron or full of radioactives. Something real dense, you know? But our readings say conventional rock mix. Only rumors leaking out of Hoenekker's debrief. Something about big color-changing cats. According to Weyland-Yutani's officially filed survey data, we're orbiting a barren rock. No life, prebiotic atmo. You can look out a porthole and see that's wrong.
They didn't want anyone to know they found a life-sustainable planet.
Or a lie. A shirt-sleeves habitable world, no terraforming needed, low investment, high return. Maybe they didn't declare it to avoid competition. Just remember, Weyland managers tend to store profit margins and promotion tracks where their brains should be. If you run into any, watch your back.
But I feel like by this point in the universe's canon, the Marines should be aware that Weyland-Yutani, who keeps sending them to fix their mistakes, is bucking them over anyway.
You know how to recalibrate an NSEG-4 fire control radar? No? Then go away. Our landing zone's a couple of clicks from Palestine,
Right.
remember.
That's all repeat. There's also another lore guy, like up here. He's like your intelligence officer, like your CIA contact.
No need to report any mementos you pick up on missions. We're aware of them. If there's a problem, you'll be informed. Katanga has over 80 years of history, but the interesting bit is from 25 years ago. Its owner, Seegson Company, reported the refinery was destroyed. Yet, here it floats, in a system controlled by Seegson's rival, Weyland-Yutani. In the previous century, they were a moderately large interstellar corporation. They even had aspirations of competing with Weyland-Yutani. Seegson invested heavily in space facilities. In 2174, they purchased Katanga from its previous owner. The refinery was refit and towed to the mid-brim.
So they kind of make it sound like either Seegson went out of business or they're just a pretty minor company by this point. Which is... I'm not sure how many years this would be after Alien Isolation. Because I forget when that was set.
Katanga was originally constructed 82 years ago by Kinshasa Entreprise d'État Minière, the state mining enterprise of the DR Congo. In 2170, Kinetat fell under sanction by the United Americas Assembly. They had sold resources to the revolutionary forces during the Hyades revolts.
I do wonder how much of this backstory stuff has come out of the Alien RPG, because I own the book, but I still haven't read it, because, you know,
the financial losses,
it is a lot of
they
rules
auctioned off
mixed
their
in
space assets.
with the interesting
That's
stuff.
when Seegson purchased Katanga.
I would like to get to play it at some point as well, but, you know, tabletop gaming has not worked out great with the pandemic.
Unclear. The ICC logged that Seegson scuttled it due to irreparable damage. There are no details on the cause or scope of that damage. You'd expect insurers to demand that.
Yeah, so I guess he will tell us about the places and The synthetic will tell us about items, I guess? Well, she doesn't have anything new to say.
With something?
Heard the new track by Left Upwell? Love that band. What can I get you? Okay. Regulations require me to state that the battalion fabricators may...
Also, I wonder if this is all of the weapons you can buy and you have to, like, unlock or find the rest, or if these will actually change over time as well. Like, more stuff will show up in the store as you get further through the campaign. Like, I'd definitely like to try everything once just to try to find which weapon I like the most. So this is a heavy, so this would go where your smart gun or flamethrower goes, but I feel like a grenade launcher, unless it's got a really high ammo capacity, is not as useful against, you know, big groups, which means you'd have to lean more on your rifle slot. So this is a sniper that goes in your primary slot. That could be interesting. I mean, like, yeah, a lot of Xenomorphs come at you, but most of the time they don't come at you so quickly that you can't line up a shot. So this would basically be used the same way that I was using the burst rifle. Just, you know, probably insta-kill them, even with a body shot. I mean, it does 562 damage per shot. Magazine capacity 5, max ammo capacity 75, so you gotta be pretty accurate. I might try that out. I'm just, like, debating what I want to equip first. And there's even more pistols, even though your pistol's, like, put in the who cares slot. You know, everyone has the 3 slot. But it did seem pretty effective, surprisingly. And I imagine on higher difficulties, there's going to be less ammo boxes, and you'll have to rely on your sidearm a bit more. I'm going to buy the, wait, was that the one I was looking at? Yeah, the flechette rifle. And maybe we'll try that out in the next level. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole campaign, if I'm going to record it. I guess it just depends how interested people are. But I'm definitely going to play through the whole thing. And I'll probably have played through some of the later levels before I actually do a video on them, depending on how far I get with friends, at what speed. But yeah, thanks for joining me for another level of Aliens Fireteam Elite. I think this does what it's supposed to do fairly well. Or at least enjoyably so. I do wish the enemies were more difficult, and I know that's just a difficulty thing. Like, if I was playing on the higher difficulty, they would not just be so squishy. But the game kind of says, no, you shouldn't do that yet. I should probably try it on one of the early levels just to see how undoable it is with weaker stuff. But yeah. So the difficulty might change throughout the campaign. I might have different weapons, you know, whatever. I just want to go through each of the levels with you guys at some point. So, until the next mission, you folks all take care.